Hey everybody, Lisa Menini. Thanks for coming back. This week I want to talk to you about the biggest mistake when hiring new talent. Have you ever wondered why you can be completely energized one day and completely drained on another day? Well, there's a reason for that. There are certain activities in your environment that will energize you and other activities that will drain you. And the reason you're energized or not is tied directly to your natural hardwiring. And as my Accelerate Success Institute clients discover, your natural wiring is biological. You're born with it. It stays with you your entire lifetime and will affect every part of your business, from hiring to your daily activities. In last week's article, How to Hire Awesomeness, I covered how to hire the right person for the right job the first time. And to improve your success rate, I recommend looking at how a job functions before you hire someone. And that recommendation not only applies to a new hire, but also to your existing positions. Why? Because as your business expands, you'll find that not all positions function the same, even though they may have the same title. A sales manager in one area of your business may do very well in that environment based on their natural hardwiring, but when you put them into a different situation, in a different environment, they might fail miserably, leaving you to scratch your head wondering, hey, wait a minute, what went wrong? For example, one of my second stage clients decided to move a very successful sales manager into a different sales manager role. Historically, he oversaw existing business unit and an established book of business. And he spent years cultivating these long-term relationships and was wildly successful in maintaining and growing his division over time. He created an efficient and a predictable way of staying in touch and also in growing that division. So the business owner assumed that with his experience, he could do well in a newly created position. So they reassigned him to a new position over a brand new division, and he now needed to create from the ground floor a brand new division and penetrate an entirely new market. So they called me several months into his new position wondering, hey, what went wrong here, Lisa? Well, the employee was extremely stressed. Entering the new market was way behind schedule, and the product that was in production was now sitting in inventory rather than on store shelves. Well, one look at this employee and how they were hardwired and the type of activities in this new role was all I needed to understand the complete mismatch. On one hand, you have an employee who is hardwired more methodically and creates sequence in his environment. He thrived in his previous role. Why? Because there were elements of the position required methodical follow-up and follow-through. There was a cadence in this established, predictable environment. He created those long-term relationships and he had an established way of doing things. Suddenly, they placed this once thriving sales manager of an established division into a position requiring the creation of a brand new division and juggling multiple priorities with increasing levels of speed. And when he attempted to use his more methodical methods in contacting new books of business, he wondered why they weren't working. However, to succeed in the new environment, that person needed to have a high sense of urgency, focused on face-to-face selling, and aggressively carve out new and innovative ways to get their product on store shelves. These activities alone were completely opposite of the employee's natural wiring, which caused a significant disconnect. What made it worse was the more pressure management put on this employee, the more stuck and stressed out he became. This is why it's so important to understand the match between the position functions and your employee's wiring. When you match the right position and the environment to the team member's hardwiring, your team member will be easier to manage, satisfied, and happy. They'll also remain consistently engaged and thrive in their new role with increased levels of productivity and profitability. I'm Lisa Menini. Until next week, create a great life. Bye now.